Vibrational Revelations, United Nations episode. All right, so United Nations 3 years ago, the frequency was 75, okay? We did measure philanthropy, it was 50. Integrity was 83%. Alignment with divine purpose was 80%, and transparency was 83%.
Well, we're not doing integrity to others back then.
Right. There's many things we didn't do then. Now, as of today, the vibrational frequency for United Nations is 50. I think there's no surprises. I'm curious to see if anyone is surprised. Integrity overall, 60%, so that has dropped. And of course, we never measured integrity to others. And integrity to others for United Nations is 34%. It's unbelievable, right? That this organization was set up to really, after World War II, to support humanity. It's unreal. All right, alignment, let's see. No, transparency was 83% as of today. It is overall 52%. So again, there is a big drop. We tested service to self. Service to self is 50, which before philanthropy, as I said, was 50. Service to others, also 50, again, with this intent to manipulate. We did test compassion to others because we have not tested the compassion to others before. And as of today, compassion to others is 36%. So no surprise there. And alignment.
It's difficult to feel compassion to others when you're emotionally blocked.
This is collective, right?
Or disconnected, right?
Okay. Alignment with divine purpose has also slipped. It slipped from 80% 3 years ago to 61%. Okay, so again, the United Nations frequency went down from 75 3 years ago to 50. So there's definitely an aspect of manipulation that is going on with United Nations. It's a big drop. It's unfortunate. But, you know, looking at everything that's happening in the world at the moment, what I think is very interesting, and it started during COVID, is how clear it is becoming that the darkness cannot hide, right? So those that are really creating this massive, and you see this actually in demonstrations, right? And the contrast of violence and anger and all of it is bubbling up and being revealed to all of us. So this is really interesting times when the masks are lifted. It's becoming clearer and clearer where everyone stands. And I think it's a beautiful thing actually to have these things that are becoming more and more clear. And then you get surprises here and there, right? People that you would think would not stand up for the right thing are actually surprising and standing up for the light.
Like someone pointed out, is fundamentally dangerous, or a dangerous organization.
United Nations seems to be.
And energetically, if one is not aligned with their intention, right?
Yeah, compassion to others at 36%. That's quite low, especially for an organization that is here, so to say, to keep peace and speak on behalf of humanity. So very interesting.
They are supporting humanity, humanity's alignment with the frequency that they are emitting, right?
Oh, the 50s, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, and this is why you're seeing in the United Nations the support right now that is becoming extremely clear. All right, so the first person we're going to start with will be António Manuel de Oliveira Guterres.
Yes. António Manuel de Oliveira Guterres, well, actually I feel it's Gutierrez, but no, Guterres. It's a little different. He's European Portuguese, a politician and diplomat, right? And since 2017, he has served as Secretary General of the United Nations, the 9th person to hold this title. As a member of the Portuguese Socialist Party, Guterres served as Prime Minister of Portugal from 1995 to 2002. I see. And was elected prime minister in 1995, right? And announced his resignation in 2022. So that's how he exited, actually, after his party was defeated in 2021. I mean, 2001, the Portuguese local elections. Okay. So he served as president of the Socialist International from 1999 to 2005 and was the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees from 2005 through 2015. His overall frequency is, well, first of all, I didn't see if you guys were. Yes, you were sharing your intuitive insights. So we're just covered with our notes.
Very good. Yeah, interesting.
I just revealed that we're not doing this with memory or by memory. So overall frequency for António Manuel de Oliveira Guterres is 200. Incarnated at the frequency of 200 and was born at the frequency of 100. Now, when it comes to health, activates the filter of worry, fear at 100. Connection to mind, 175. Connection to body, 200. Connection to soul, 50. Finances, 250. Creativity, 175. Relationships, 30. Relationship to self, 55. And relationship to others, 30.
Just to interrupt you, there's an interesting pattern that you will see unfolding, that we always bring mirrors, you can say, or pull energies into our life. And this is a great example of somebody who represents United Nations, but there's these frequencies that are so much aligned with United Nations. So even though he has a 200 frequency, there's definitely 50 in his chart. You see 55, 30. So this is a great example of somebody, even though their overall frequency is 200, how the unprocessed aspects in this person's life is literally a vibrational match to the United Nations.
Mm-hmm. Personal growth, 200. Philanthropy, 100. Service to self, 200. Service to others, 55. Intuition, 200. Clairaudience, 100. Clairsentience, 200. Clairvoyance, 200. And claircognizance, 175. Under the intelligence aspect, he has IQ at 200, EQ 55, SQ 250, and AQ 100. Now, in the joy, 94%, in the ego, 100%, and 96% of that is a superior version of the ego. In the now, 80%, self-awareness, 72%, clarity, 80%. Integrity, 44%. Integrity to self, 96%. Integrity to others, 17%, 17. Aligning with divine purpose, 88%. Aligning with personal purpose, 100%. And that's more than likely what is, in this case, taking the indie joy at 94%, right? And also he's well aware of what he's experiencing currently. And he is, about 80% in the present moment, 80% clarity. Now, compassion, 74%. Compassion to others, 54%. Empathy, 74%. Energy purity, 87%. And when it comes to dimensions, we measure how much time the person is experiencing the fifth dimension. And in his case is 0%.
This is an old paradigm. There's things that are being worked out that are obviously not going to move forward. I think it's part of the system that is breaking down, as you're seeing in the last few years, and now it's escalating into what is ready to be released and what is ready to be changed, because obviously things are truly just not working, from a healthcare system to financial system to now you see this system that is a governing body for international relations, we can say. It is definitely not working. So now we're going to look into Barbara Woodward.
I would say that all systems,
Mm-hmm.
they were never meant to work perfectly, right? They were made by people. They're not perfect. They were definitely created based on what was needed, and to the best of their abilities, they came up with a system: education system, health system, political system, justice system, everything. But as we evolve, then the needs change, the wants change, the desires change. So what is it that how is it that we would like those systems to work?
To support humanity moving into the future.
As we move into the future. So I would say that there's not much of a difference as of how the systems were 100 years ago, 50 years ago, as how they are now. And the main difference, or the main reason why we feel there is a difference, is because we are paying attention.
Yeah,
right? We're paying
up.
attention, and we're waking up, and we have more awareness, and therefore we can discern a lot better to what is it that aligns with what we are wanting to, desiring to experience. So it's not much about how the systems have changed, but how much our perception is changing.
We're evolving as humanity, and therefore, yes.
Because you find millions and millions of people, perhaps billions, at least 1 billion, I will say, that they're clueless of what has been happening and what is happening, right? But let's not take it as that someone is doing it to us. Let's not take it as that the system is rigged and the system is horrible and the system is out to get us, because we are part of that creation as well, right? It is a collective thought, or thinking process that somehow, one way or another, births different systems. And it is more about so to look at it as be able to compare it now from a deeper level, from a higher perspective, since we have the ability to access these tools that helps us to have or gain more clarity, right? So how is it that we can really come up with better solutions, or how is it that we can adjust it without activating more resistance? So doing it with love, with passion, with inspiration, motivation, empowerment, then instead of trying to cut the roots and be disgraceful for everything that has offered up to this point. Yeah.
Yes. All right. The next person is Barbara Woodward.